Hey guys, all right. So we looked at the history of the Irish Civil War. We read the story. We watched YouTube's video, their song about the Irish Civil War. We read the story, The Sniper, about that's a piece of historical fiction about the Irish Civil War. Your job now is to write your own piece of historical fiction. So what you need to do is you need to decide where is it set. Where is your story set? Okay, what is the event? Is it World War II? Is it is it 9/11? Is it um, could be the Vietnam War? It doesn't need to be a war type of scenario. Maybe you want to set it back um, during Shakespeare's time, right? You're going to go back to the 1600s and set the story in kind of Shakespeare and an actor and trying to make it on the stage, something like that, right? Maybe it's a sports story from the 1920s, right? You're playing with on the team with Babe Ruth. So I want you to think of a time, a scenario, a place, and then your next step is to take the KWL chart that I have attached to the wiki. You're going to take the KWL chart and you're going to write down in the K column everything you know about that time and place. Okay? And then you're going to write in the W column in the middle everything you want to know, everything you'd like to find out about that time and place. And then you're going to go on the internet, you're going to watch videos, or you're going to look things up. I want you to have at least 3 things. So just like we did for the sniper, right? We had 2 videos and a song. I want you to find a video, a story, an essay, an article, 3 things, 3 sources, and I want you to write things that you learned that you didn't already know about that time. Okay? Once you have that, then you're going to take that and turn it into a story. But before you start writing a story, you're going to take your plot graph. Remember what we were doing with the fairy tales? When we took the fairy tales and we took the plot graph and we said, oh, what's the exposition? Right? What's our setting? Who are our characters? What's the conflict? What's in the rising action? Where's the climax? We took a story that was already written and we put all those parts in it. We're going to do that in reverse. We're going to decide what's my story, and then we're going to write our story. We're going to write where it's set, what the conflict is, who's involved, some pieces of rising action, what our climax is going to be, our falling action, and our denouement. We want to show, like, a story can't just be things happening. It has to have an upward tension being built, suspense being built, and a climax, right? So we're going to fill all those parts in. Once you've done filling those parts in, you're going to write it up in the story. You're going to write it up in paragraph form. Okay? That's it. Write it the best that you can. Use dialogue from time to time, right? When people are speaking, it goes in quotation marks, so you can use things like that. Make sure that you explain your setting and your scene and things well. Be descriptive when you write a story. You always want to use descriptive words so people can see in their head what you're trying to describe. Use action, use verbs, right? People move, people do things in stories. Have a climax and then kind of resolve it. Tell us what happens. Good stories generally have a theme, right? We've talked about those things. So all the things we've been talking about, decide: do you want round characters? Do you want flat characters? Do you want dynamic characters? Do you want that character to change at the climax and learn something, or do you want that character to miss things, so that we can say that's kind of a theme? Look, why doesn't that character learn? Okay, but you need to start with your historical bit. You need to start with that KWL chart so that you can take and learn things and incorporate those into the story. I want you to incorporate at least, let's say, at least 5 things from your research into your story, or 5 things that you know about the event that we know into your story. So that's your job. KWL chart, right? What you know, what you want to know, and then do your research. 3 pieces, and learn. And fill that out. And then fill in your plot graph with what your story is going to look like. And finally, write your story paragraph form. Okay? Draft, good copy. That's what we're working on for the remainder of this week and for next week. Okay? And then after that, we've just got a couple of weeks left. We're going to do one more thing, and then you guys get to take the summer off. All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.